There's so much to draw, then splash with some paint. It's doodling time with Pedro. What are we doodling up today? Hola amigos, and welcome to the debut episode of Doodling Time with Pedro. I'm Pedro, aka Texan Spaniard on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. Texan Spaniard Studios on Patreon and Coffee. PedroBoyd@Bandcamp.com, and I have an Etsy shop, which is also Texan Spaniard Studios, and I'm Texan Spaniard on Twitch, and I'm just doodling up some stuff here. This is the video is sped up because we would be here a long time if we watched this whole thing, but so my good friend Bean goes by Crossin' Bean and sometimes Crossin' Mexican on various social media. He does these process videos, and I've always wanted to get into it, so I'm just giving it a try. I apologize, the color is very washed out. It's overexposed. Yeah, overexposed is the word. You can barely make out what I'm drawing here, what I drew, which is a Bluejay. But occasionally you can see it in the shadows of my hand. But recently I started an Etsy shop, and I have a BFA in studio art. My area of specialization was oil painting, but then a weird thing happened. So my area of specialization was oil painting, but then I haven't painted it with oil since 2004. I went into a thing of doing watercolor and ink, kind of mixed media kind of stuff primarily, because it was cheaper. I mean, I'll just be honest, it was just cheaper to produce work that way, and also, instead of working with canvases and so forth, you're working with flat surfaces, and that was also cheaper for shipping and so forth. So that's kind of how I got into doing stuff with flat surfaces, more so than canvases. I've been doing art for a long time. Been drawing my whole life. Of course, I was in the art clubs in school. In high school, and then of course in college, my degree was in art. Been in art shows all over, Europe, United States. I think I was in one show in Canada before, like in British Columbia. I've been in a show in China once. I had forgotten about this until someone reminded me about it. It was a long time ago. Like, a bunch of us got into some show in China. It was like really easy to get into this show, but that was like a long time ago. But yeah, I enjoy art, of course, and I enjoy painting animals. I like painting all kind of things. I mean, if left to my own devices, I'm probably just going to be doing like animals, monsters, figurative art, like life drawing stuff, and wrestling, like fan art, and comic book stuff, and rock stars, and so just that's kind of my aesthetic. Also, I really enjoy painting like the Passion of Christ, like the Christ and kind of when he's suffering and stuff. I don't know why. It's just something that's always appealed to me when I was younger, is that imagery. Something about the Passion always jumps out at me. But in 2020, I started messing with acrylics again. I hadn't messed with acrylics since I was a college student. And I started messing with it again because you can use acrylics on pretty much any surface. And yeah, I just got into using it on watercolor paper. I really like the results of it on watercolor paper. So that's what's going on here. I drew out the Bluejay, and now I'm painting it up with these acrylics. You see, I'm really going at it, right? I'll tell you an interesting thing. So, I've never really had trouble. I know people. I've known lots of. I mean, of course, because I've been involved in the art scene for a long time. You know, lots of colleagues, lots of, this and that. Like, I know, we talk shop and all that kind of stuff. There's always interesting things. Like, some of us always have things that we're just like, oh, I'm not good at that thing. And we laugh about it sometimes because it doesn't make sense. Like, we've been trained, when we went to school, we've been trained in various things to look. We've been trained to look and to use kind of mental tools to break things down. In theory, we have the tools to draw anything, but for some reason we can't draw anything. Like, we have these weird mental roadblocks that prevent us from just doing anything. But I have friends and colleagues who sometimes they've said, oh, I'm no good with animals, or I'm no good with figures and stuff like that. And like me, I've always had issues with drawing vehicles and landscapes. I've always had trouble with those things, and buildings as well. And of course, and like I said, it makes no sense. Like, we should be able to do whatever because we got educations in it. But it's the weird, the human mind is an interesting thing, right? And it's kind of like, so you see, I'm doing these outlines. I think because one of my earliest influences in creating stuff was like cartoons, especially like Japanese cartoons when I was younger. I want to cartoonize everything. So even when I'm semi, this isn't really realistic, but this isn't like photorealism. But when I'm not making it a total cartoon either, and yet I am making it like a cartoon. I'm like, oh, I give it a cartoon outline. It's just kind of my aesthetic. That's just kind of what I do. And you see its bill is getting a little bit out of control, and I'm going to take care of that here in a minute. I've got a little something to take care of, rein that back in. But yeah, this is just, I'm just trying something out. Always wanted to do something like this. And yeah, here we go. Lay down some white to rein this bill in, and then to be honest, I really should have waited till it dries more. But I'm an impatient person. I'm just like, just go in. And yeah, some final touches. And yeah, I hope y'all have enjoyed this. We'll have a final look at the final thing. Y'all take care. Adios.